See how that looks. There's this beam of light that's right down my face. Can you see that?
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah, if you go to the
Um,
side, there you go. You're better.
Hold on. Yeah, it's a little better.
Okay.
It's weird. It's never happened before down here. I don't know why.
I can see what is that right on the side? Is that your glass?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Are you drinking Guinness?
That's my. I just got this Guinness tattoo right here. See it? The harp.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's my vice is Guinness.
Yeah.
That's my thing. I don't do really anything else but a couple beers here and there.
Don't do it.
Sh Shut up, Tommy.
Hell yeah.
Shut up.
How come I'm not I don't know, I can't see myself.
Probably a user error, like you always do this. So
All I can see is you, son.
good. That's all that matters.
Oh,
No, you
oh,
got.
oh, oh, wait, now I see both of you.
Yeah, but
We
you.
don't see you though.
Oh, wait, there I am. I don't have to see me, so I'm all right.
No, we need to see
No.
you. So fix it.
I don't know how to do that.
Oh God.
There should be like a video button or
Yeah,
something.
there should be a little button that's got like a line through it, meaning you have something disabled. So
Yes, well, good luck with that, boys and girls.
no, fix it.
Can you see me?
No.
Oh,
No.
well, that doesn't work. Can you see me now? Because I can see myself now.
No.
No, it's got to be one of your settings. If you tap the screen once, you should see under, oh God, I don't know. It should say, what about
Hey,
if you
hold
tap?
on, hold on, hold on.
We see you.
Wow. Dude, we've
All right.
done, we've done
That was
800,
funny.
we've
I
done eight,
almost gave up, man. That was fucked. All
we've
right.
done 800 of these. You'd think you'd know what the hell you're doing.
Uh,
I get overwhelmed with computer stuff. You
aw.
know that, Mike.
And you
Well, you
get
Mike,
know what?
overwhelmed.
let's not argue in front of her. He's pissing me off today, bad.
Yeah.
Aw, you guys have probably spent a lot of time together recently, so maybe you need a
No,
break.
not enough. We haven't spent enough time with each other. That's the way I
We
look
want,
at it.
yeah, we haven't. We need to make love. Oh, sorry. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, this interview is gonna go. Okay.
I'm an
I'm really,
idiot. I don't know. Oh my
I'm
god.
excited to talk to both of you. I saw you guys in February,
Yeah, I remember.
the craft festival.
I
Oh, okay,
remember
great.
seeing you. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, well, that's nice considering you've
Well,
probably met like a jillion people since then.
no,
No,
but
but
I think
I
we met before too or something. I've seen you. Yeah, we never
well,
met before that other night.
We might have. Did you play that graffiti show when Tesla was called Sofa King?
God, I don't know. I think I've met you before though.
Okay, well, that's fine.
All right.
and I remember talking to you like I was like, oh, I hope we make the interview happen, and here we are.
And here we are. Yeah. So thanks so
Hell
much for
yeah.
being here. Excited to
No
talk to you
problem.
guys. We really enjoyed that show. My friend Jen and I, we thought it was a very high energy show. We loved, Midnight Devils and One Eye Daddies are our local friends. So it was a
Yeah,
great show. It was a good time.
We like
sweet.
those
Yeah,
guys too. That was
yeah.
fun. Yeah.
We
They
had a
were
lot of
cool.
fun with the Midnight Devils, so we hope to
Yeah.
do some stuff with them again.
Yeah. I met them a few years ago in Nashville. So yeah, they're good
Cool.
Yeah,
guys.
they're fun.
Yeah, totally. So I'm gonna ask you a bunch of questions about your band and about your music. So
Sure.
Cool.
tell me a little bit about how this band came to be and like why the name of the band, why Bad Marriage?
Woo.
Cool. Well, Bad Marriage is a rock and roll band. I mean, we're originally from New England, or we like to say Boston, Massachusetts, but
Right.
the core of us are from Massachusetts. We started around 2015.
Mhm.
Um, I just picked a bunch of guys that I knew growing up throughout the rock and roll and metal scene around New England,
Yeah.
Massachusetts, Rhode Island, Connecticut, all the, New England states. And I had a band that had recently broken up, and I said, you know what, I'm going to start one last rock band, and I'm going to take everything I know and everything I've learned from being in failed bands, and I'm also going to handpick everybody that I think can hang, and handle it, and just be all around cool dudes, and here we are. I'm sure we'll get into the addition of Tommy here, but that was how we started, 2015, and we've been going strong ever since. And the band Bad Marriage, the name, it wasn't associated with an actual marriage, right? But I thought of it just being in a band, and of how hard it is to keep five dudes, or whoever, intact and able to go on, because each band member has their own stuff going on, right? They have
Absolutely.
relationships, kids, they have jobs, they have mortgages, and the list goes on. So being in a band, and I've always said, is like being in a bad marriage. It's not easy to keep going, and just it's not easy to keep everyone aligned with the same goal. So
Oh,
I thought it
sure.
was a cool name. I
It is a
I
cool
said it,
name.
and yeah, everybody loved it. I didn't get any pushback, and
That's cool.
it's stuck with us, and we're digging it still.
Now it's my
Very
band.
cool.
Hell yeah, boy.
Now it's my band.
That's amazing. So you have a new album out, Match Made in Hell, and
Hell yeah.
which I actually have, and you signed, and I have a guitar pick from Tommy.
Sweet.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about that. I know noticed that you guys are on Ron Keel's label,
Yep.
RFK label. Yeah, I met
Awesome.
Ron a few years ago in
We
Nashville.
love
He's
Ron.
a
Yeah.
cool dude. Yeah, I love him.
Totally cool.
So tell me a little bit about your creative process in doing this album. Like, how do you record? How do you write? That kind of
Yeah, I mean, so I'll start and I'll let Tommy take over because this is a different album for us as far as the way it all kind of went down and fell into place. So this is the first album with since our addition of Tommy Skio on guitar. So we've had two other full length albums and a couple EPs that were all kind of the same, recorded and written the same way until this album, which we were chugging along with the album, and then we added Tommy. So a lot of the songs that were almost done, that we thought were done, we're like, whoa, wait a minute, we got to get Tommy on here. So so there were, I don't know, 6 to 8 songs that he went back over and kind of revamped them and made them, kind of revive them for us. And
Made them great again.
yeah, he made them great again. He really did. Yeah.
thing.
So he brought some like fresh life to those songs, which we honestly thought they were almost done. So it was really cool to hear his guitar playing on them. And then we wrote a couple new songs with Tommy as a co-writer. Obviously, he had some that were already ready to go, fully written songs that we kind of just put our Bad Marriage stamp on. And Tommy can talk a little bit about his just guitar playing underneath or over the top of our sound, which I think is made this record pretty special.
Sure. Yeah. I don't know. Like when I first saw these guys, I don't know. I didn't even realize I was ever going to be playing with them when I first saw them, of course. But for some reason, I have a conscious memory of like going, man, it'd be cool to like play leads and hang with these guys because they were rocking. I really liked them, and that's really fucking weird, right? But it happened. So, like I don't know, just my style and stuff, and the way I came into this band with how Mike said songs were already kind of done, some of them, and it kind of lent towards me being able to just come in and fucking just basically just shred and fucking rock out and play leads and stuff like that. And I did that. And what happened on a couple of those songs, like he said, they thought were done, and added like another dimension to them. And it was cool. I think it did lift them a little bit, not to toot my horn at all, but it just naturally happened that way, I think. Really.
Yeah.
I think you should toot your horn a little bit, especially if you add
I'm not going to do it, but it did. It just kind of lifted them up. And then we wrote together. And it really made for it being truly a Bad Marriage record. It's I think it's got the same inert kind of energy as the other records they did, except with my vibe in there now. And it's because their older records are good too.
Yeah, it's definitely got a little bit more edginess to it and a little bit more metal to it, and we like that. I mean, it's something we've always loved, and Tommy just helped us.
I love that kind of vibe too, and that's all I wanted to do. I just wanted to fucking rock, man.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the record, if I don't say so myself, I think it fucking rocks.
Yeah,
I love it. So.
Waylays, man. Yeah.
Sweet. Yeah. So that's the general gist. The last thing I'll say about that is we like traditionally bands will get together in a studio and say, okay, it's time to write a record. It's just not the way it happened with this, but it's cool. I actually like that. I'm proud of the fact that, you know, it didn't just come together in a month of us just sitting in a studio wanting to kill each other. It just happened over time. And, you know, some of these songs are a couple years old. You know, we've been working on them. I mean, our single Match Made in Hell, I mean, that we've been playing that live before Tommy was even in the band. So, you know, it's
That
just
was one
cool.
of the songs that I was digging on, you know.
Yeah.
Well, how did you meet them, Tommy? How did you meet the band? Did you go see them play?
When I first met Mike was on the Monsters of Rock, and I was in another band at the time, right? And we met, and hell yeah, we talked and shit, and kind of became friends really before anything else. And it was so ironic that he had opened up for Tesla, you know, my old buds and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's just a fucking freak world or something, you know. But hey, here we are.
Well, I'm sure that, you know, as good as the Bad Marriage is, even with, you know, you being in it, people know you were in Tesla. I think maybe sometimes they're like, hey, I'm going to go check this out because I love Tommy. And then they're like, well, now I love this band.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I mean, I had heard about them before I even met them. So they were doing good they were making a little noise on their own. And now we're doing it together. And man, I love the Match Made in Hell is just a fucking badass record. That's just,
it's a great album. It's super fun. It's high energy. It's hard. I love all the hard rock, you know. Yeah, I just love them.
Yep.
Yeah. You brought up a good point though. You know, we were a band for a long time and we were gaining some traction, but the addition of Tommy on that level, just people that, you know, are fans of Tesla or fans of Tommy, you know, when he was in Tesla, or, you know, people that stuck with Tommy after Tesla, you know, they just want to know what he's doing. And so, yeah, we got we continue to get a lot of, you know, notice that way too, which, you know, hey, the more the merrier. I mean, we just want people to listen to it and then they can judge from there, you know.
Once they get in there and once you have them, they're captive audience. So
well, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Hey man, everyone's saying that the album is fucking, their eyeballs are rolling in the back of their heads. So fucking that's good, man.
Great.
Fucking rocking.
We love it, don't worry. So, let me ask you some other stuff. So like, I know that you guys have recently been touring, so I want to ask you how the tour's been going. And I know you just came off of Monsters of Rock. So were there any like cities that stood out before you got on the boat, or is the boat like a massively excellent rocking time, or?
We were on the boat 2 years ago. I think I was on the boat, just me hanging out this like past couple weeks. But we've actually
was just hanging.
Yeah, so we've actually played 2 of the cruises. So we've been lucky and fortunate enough to rock 2 of those. What is coming up for us is their on land festival called the
Monsters on the Mountain.
Yeah, and that'll be our 3rd one. So, you know, we're definitely tapped into the Monsters of Rock family, and it's just cool. It's a blast, and we're excited to do that. But the last tour we just got off of was with the Midnight Devils, like we mentioned earlier. That was our first you know, small club headlining tour off of this new record. And it went awesome, man. We're just so psyched that the record's out. We're excited to be playing newer songs from the record, and just, you know, every time someone buys a CD or a vinyl, it makes us feel great that, you know, we you know, we're just proud of everything and the record coming out. Yeah, so tour's been great. We have a couple weeks off, and then we just hit it back in June, and we're just going to keep pressing forward.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah. Well, I love, like, I don't say this to bands, like I always loved like the interaction, like especially a smaller show, you can kind of like, you know, meet people, talk to them, tell me like the music, whatever. And like, I love all that. And I love to touch, even before I had a show, you know, just as like a writer, a music writer. Yeah. I'd like to meet the bands and like talk to them and find out like, you know, what motivates people and what drives people to be in bands, you know? And
it's really great. Mike's always out there. And I'm out there way more than I ever was before. It's just like, you know, we're playing these clubs and you're just there with the fans, you know?
I know.
And you're just hanging. It's fucking cool, man. I like that.
And you were so nice too, because you were watching the Midnight Devils and I made you do a picture with me early. I'm like, are you Tommy? You're like, yeah.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was rocking out to them and I remember exactly when it was now.
I like intercepted you.
You reminded me. That was a good memory. That was fun.
Yeah. Well,
I was rocking to them. Yeah.
It was fun. Yeah, it was cool. But so let me ask you this, you know, what is one thing you like? Question for both of you. And what is one thing you hate? Like, what do you love one thing about touring? Hate one thing about touring. If you don't have any hates, you don't have to address that.
No, I mean, obviously the thing that makes it all worth it is playing. I know it probably sounds cliche,
No, it
but
doesn't.
No, that's
well,
true
I
though,
mean
man.
I mean ultimately that's what they're there. That's what we're there for. And when
Yeah.
you get a good night, when you see the fans interacting with your songs and your sound, and then they're over at the merch booth and they want to meet you and they're buying stuff and they're just
Yeah.
psyched to, that's when it all's like, damn, that this is why we're here. So, touching on the worst parts, just the travel, the exhaustion
Yeah.
of the, we're not in some luxurious tour bus, so we feel every bump in the road, and it's just not easy. But we
Tiring.
yeah, and
Hey man, I went for a long time, people not telling me how great I am. So it's nice to be out there and all
Of
that.
course.
I'm
yeah,
just joking, but yeah, it's very
No, but
nice.
I mean, you are really good at what you do. I mean, that's the reason you've been around
Thank
doing
you.
it for
Thank
so
you.
long. You know
Thank
what I
you.
well,
We
mean?
have fun, man. Thank you.
Yeah.
and Tommy has seen the top with Tesla. He's that's why I got to give him a lot of credit, because he's been in those tour buses that I've never been in.
Yeah.
He's earned that right. And just right now he's with us, and he's just wants to rock. And
Yeah.
no matter what
Yeah.
happens, if we ever get there or not, and we're still rocking in our little
Yeah.
shuttle
I'm
bus. And
definitely not in it for just the money. I
yeah,
just going out there we're just having so much fun. I
Oh, I'm
love
so
it.
glad. But
I
you know what?
love
I
to
don't think
rock.
people are in bands for money, because I think most people know that you might hit it. You might make a lot of money, but I think even like bands that have been around for years, like older bands like
yeah.
Foreigner or
You just
you
can't
know,
stop, man.
Deep Purple, like all those guys are still touring, because I think some of them don't have as much money as we think they do.
No,
You
totally.
just,
Yeah.
you just, but you just love it, and you just can't
Oh well,
stop.
I think you have to.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just
And
love
it's
it.
one of those things where if you do it your whole life, like, all of us have,
Yeah.
you don't really know anything. You don't know any other way. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Oh,
what
So,
you
that
know,
my
right?
phone is fucked.
You
you
all
know,
right?
Yeah, I just have to keep fixing it. Sorry.
Okay, no, you're fine. It's okay. It's no big deal. So, let's talk about like things bands you're influenced by, music you're still influenced by to this day. Like, what were you into when, say, you were younger and you were like, "Hey, I'm going to be a musician." Like, was it one band that you love then you still love now?
yeah, go ahead, Tommy.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you, any rock band you can think of from the '70s, '60s, I mean, I just loved everything. But main
Yeah,
bands for me that really got me hooked into rocking on the edge was like UFO, The Priest, AC/DC, all that shit. Just but everything Rush, just so many
yeah,
different
I love Rush.
influences back then. Just amazing players
Yeah,
that I had to just listen to and got my own style from. Yeah.
well, everybody's influenced by somebody.
Thin Lizzy, I could go on
Oh my God,
forever.
I love Thin Lizzy. Who do
Yeah. I
you like?
mean,
Who do you like, Mike?
I
like
mean, yeah.
what he said, like, I mean, I grew up, I get, my first introduction to like big guitar was my dad's jukebox. He had Zeppelin 2 on there, and hearing Heartbreaker and stuff like that. I was just a little peanut,
Unbelievable.
going,
Yeah.
what the hell is this? He had Elvis on there. He had Chuck Berry on there. So
Yeah,
that sound of a Gibson and a a Marshall probably was just instilled in me. And I like so much stuff. I like a
yeah,
lot of metal. I like hard rock. I like hardcore, and I like a lot of stuff. And
Me too.
I think that's kind of helped me shape my you know guitar writing and style. And
right.
there's just so many bands. But right now, oh God, I'm in a huge this Australian band Rose Tattoo that's been out for like this till the '70s. I love them.
I've heard of
Uh,
them.
yeah, they're so good. And there's all the old classics,
He
but
likes any band from Australia.
very
Boom.
Oh yeah.
true, very true.
Truly,
Um,
I could name three others right
but
now.
I'm on a huge Thin Lizzy kick. It's just so many cool bands that I just always fire up to get some influence and some
Hell yeah.
creativity,
Oh,
spark some creativity.
well, there's songs that'll come on like when I'm driving in my car or whatever, and like they just automatically like right away I'm singing all the lyrics.
Hell
I
yeah.
walk around singing all day long.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sure I get some looks, but it's okay. So all right. So was there one time when you were younger, like when you were a child, you remember like with in your mind there was one thing that happened that you were like, I'm going to be a musician, I want to play guitar, this is what I want to do? Or is it many things like influences? Like was there one thing, like some people say like, I watched the Beatles on Ed Sullivan or whatever, and that was it. I wanted to be in a band.
I would say
Anything
for
like
me,
that
the
for you?
one thing that really struck me about, I mean, I loved music when I was a kid, didn't play anything, but I always loved music and thought about it and listened to it, and I enjoyed it. But my mom got me, she's always trying to get me into art, and she got me an amp and a guitar one Christmas. And man, the sound of that that's what I think it was a defining thing for me.
Like,
Yeah. Just hearing that noise, man. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, for me, I don't come from like a super musical family or anything. I think, I have memories of my grandfather messing around on the harmonica, and I was pretty intrigued by it. But that's it, as far as like my family. And it took me till I didn't start playing guitar till I was a freshman in high school, and I think that's late for a lot of people. A lot of people
not
now are
that
start.
late.
Yeah, well, I know whenever I talk to people, they're super young playing, and I'm like, wow, I
I
wish I.
started when I was 14. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
late.
so
Well, some
it
people
did.
don't even start till they're like 30 or 40. Like they just pick it up and they're like, I want to do
Hell
something
yeah.
True,
creative. So
And
which
they're
is which is
rocking.
which
Yeah.
is
Hell yeah.
awesome too. Yeah,
yeah,
but
which is yeah.
there was I hung out with a few older kids in high school, and they were jamming, and they had a band, and we used to go to it's funny because the drummer in Bad Marriage, we used to go to his house, and I didn't even know him. I just knew him as, the drummer is having a jam over there, so we'd have a half day at school, and we all get like 40 ounces of beer, and
Hell
we'd
yeah.
we'd we'd go over
Oh,
there, and I
fucked
and I
up.
would listen to them do, they do whatever was cool at the time. It was like the Offspring, it was Green Day, it was Rage Against the Machine, it
Yeah.
was Soundgarden, Alice in Chains, whatever was big
You
at
know
the
what were the
time.
best were like backyard house parties. I used to play
Oh my
those when
God.
I was
Yeah.
about 16
Yeah,
or something.
that's
Man,
exact. Yeah,
like hang
that's
out in the woods or somewhere, man. We fucking
We
had.
were just talking about that, how when we were teenagers, we were always like out in the woods with like ticks and like,
Oh,
yeah,
we do crazy
yeah.
shit,
Now
man.
you
Yeah.
can't get away with anything.
No,
right.
no, no, no.
So that's exactly what I'm talking about. I went to
Yeah.
a few of these and saw these kids, and I'm like, wow, these kids are they're no different than me. They're in
Yeah.
high school, yeah, they're a little older, but and then I just was like, dude, I can do this. That is amazing, and I was just fascinated by them, and then I got my first guitar and blah blah blah. There you go. But
Yeah.
that was it for me. Seeing it in front of my eyes. It
I
wasn't
always,
like going to a concert where
yeah.
there's like a million people there. It was seeing people that I went to high school with do it.
Right, for sure.
So,
I think that, like a lot of things we don't, maybe as we get older, we realize, but when we're younger, like certain things like really like leave an impression on you.
right.
Certainly like, people in bands, people
Sure.
singing, whatever. Like I
Sure.
remember when I was probably a preteen, I was at my friend's house and her sister played acoustic guitar and we were sitting outside and she was playing like the Kinks Lola and I was like blown away because
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
What
have
the
anyone
fuck?
sitting around like playing acoustic guitar and playing some Kinks music for me.
Yeah.
So like I never forgot that. I was like, oh my God, this is so great. So like I
Yeah.
think that
Totally.
really like, had an impact on me. I
Yep.
love that band anyhow, but
Hey,
Sweet.
you guys hear that?
No, Tom. What is it?
is that you?
I was trying to impress you with my sounds.
Oh,
With your what?
That was a guitar. You didn't hear that?
No.
Oh, it was all low. Well, probably because it was real low
Oh.
volume and the thing it was just a noise. Sorry.
That's all right. You're okay.
I told you I'm insane today, buddy. I told you today I am insane.
All right.
I'm feeling it.
I'll live with it.
Cycling, buddy.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
So I mean, I'm assuming that everybody knows you're from Tesla anyhow, but when you were in Tesla, was there one thing that stood out from that band like that you learned about yourself? Like did Tesla teach you anything? Positively. In a positive way.
About how much because we really we played some just kind of songs, really musical stuff in that band.
Yeah.
I'm like not good at that. So it really I had to really it was hard for me, that band.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah.
It wasn't I shouldn't say that. Once we got rehearsing good, I was all right. But yeah, I mean, we were playing. So I like to just basically rock because it's just easy and fun. But man, in that band, man, we did some crazy time things and mellow and and you have to play good to do that.
Oh, sure.
And and that's why, you know, you don't hear that edge in there anymore because I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I was constantly fucking it up. Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, I love some old Tesla. And you and I were talking, Tommy, after the show, and I'd said that, you know, I worked in a record store when I was a teenager when Mechanical Resonance came out. I said, "Oh, I remember when that album came out." And you said, "So do I." And I was like, "Yeah, I hope so." That was a great album. I was like, "I'm sure you do." But I remember working at the record store when that came out, and I was like, "Oh my God, I love this band." And then,
Right
you know,
on.
obviously, as it went along, and you know, things changed, different songs and whatever. But you know, huge Def Leppard fan, and then when Song and Emotion for Steve Clark, like
Mm.
I still, when I listen to that song, I still get like, you know,
No way. Really?
yeah, I do. I love
No,
Steve Clark.
Well, that song is kind of easy to like. If you're hearing Jeff sing it, you can kind of think of Steve and be like, "Oh, okay."
I think it
I
kind of
see him
embodies.
there, and you know,
him. Yeah, I mean, for
I don't
real.
know.
So, whatever.
That's
I mean, I
cool.
don't need to get on a big Tesla streak, but I just wanted to say that that song like meant a lot to me.
I love Steve. Steve was just beautiful, dude. He was great. Great. Yeah.
Yeah, I met Vivian and Joe years ago, like when I was in my 20s. But I was like,
Good
really,
guys, man. They're cool, man.
oh my God, they were so nice. I was so like, I was just fangirled out. I was like,
Hell yeah.
it was a lot. I was young. I'm like, oh my God. So what drives both of you? This is a question for both of you. What drives you to tour and make music? Like, why do it? Why still do it?
I think
Like-
what we discussed earlier, man,
Right.
is just in us. We're gonna do this. We're gonna
Forever.
just do it. There ain't
Yeah,
no
I mean-
other way about it, man. Or it's gonna happen, you know. So we just love it.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like we said earlier, it's like the reasons why we do it are when we get to all finally, you know, there's so much involved being in a band other than the, you know,
Right.
45 minutes or hour or half an hour, whatever your allotted set time is,
Right.
right? There's so much more
I mean,
to it. There's
I love coming up and rocking out with Mike and hanging out with him, yelling at him, and we go to restaurants and we create music and do.
Right.
We have so much fun, man. So
Yeah.
I mean, aside from the shows, I mean, the
Right,
shows
right.
are great and with the fans and all that, but there's so much more, really.
Oh,
Right,
of course, right.
but there's
Just
also a
our
lot
life,
more.
you know,
Yeah,
it's what-
there's also a lot more bullshit, you know, with the music business and all that shit.
Sure.
So
Oh yeah.
you know, there's so many days where you just want to say fuck it, and you're like, dude, this is ridiculous. This, you know, but then you know you
That's
get to
your
that.
fault, though, when I feel like that.
Yeah, all right.
Hell yeah.
That's the
Oh
Tommy
my
I know
God,
and
you're so
love.
funny.
Um,
Hell yeah.
you know, but well, you know, not to get all sappy, but you leave that
Okay.
shit at the door when you know, at rehearsal. We all come in here, we're all on the same page. You don't know which guy has had a day, you know, a bad day. It could be that you know, whatever it is. And then we once we fire up the amps and the drums, and you know, you just forget all that. And the same goes
All
when you're on
melts
tour.
away. Yeah.
Everyone's cranky and tired from being on tour, but you know, you get on the stage and it all goes away. And
But we
I
have
think
camaraderie too. We fuck with each other. We love
Yeah.
each other. It's fun. It's a lot of
I
fun.
mean, that always helps, you know, when you can get along too.
Sure.
totally.
Absolutely.
as long as we're-
absolutely.
Yeah, as long as the good outweighs the bad is in being in a band and with all of us and we're all happy, I think we're just gonna keep doing it. And
I think so.
you know, and you know,
Happy
as
to
long
hear
as
that.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
So let me ask you this, you know, I know that you're doing a lot of touring. I know that you don't probably have a lot of downtime, but if you do have downtime, do you have hobbies? Are there things you do with your downtime?
Tommy's hobbies are playing guitar and buying
I'm
guitar.
telling you what, man. I Brian thinks I'm crazy. Yeah, I mean, I play
That's an
guitar.
expensive hobby.
It is. It's not good. It's insane. But I play guitar and try and come up to parts to songs I'm writing. I write songs. I love just playing. I've got to learn how to play. I'm still learning how to play. You know,
Yeah.
I just love it. It's all I do, really. When I don't have to do so. Like yesterday, we went up to the aquarium. My son's birthday, you know, was yesterday. We went up there, and so I
Aw,
spent the
how
day with my
nice.
family. But when I'm not doing that kind of shit, important shit like that, I'm here or I'm with the band. Here
Right.
playing or with the band.
Yeah, I
About
mean,
you, Mike.
same kind of thing. I have so
I
we
gotta
were
get some water real
go
quick.
for
Okay,
it, buddy.
go ahead.
So, you know, we practice and rehearse down here, and I also do all the recording for the band. I'm a recording guy, I do the mixing, the mastering. So,
Oh,
you know, I'm totally immersed in it down here. So,
really?
you know, when we're not practicing, I'm writing new stuff for the band, and you know, or I'm working on somebody else's stuff. I do that on the side, and you know, that's you know, so I'm doing it almost every day. I mean, obviously, I take some time when I need it, but It's
So I
just kind
saw
of.
this little clip of a video, Mike.
Mhm.
Said you live like you do metal detection. And you live 7 minutes from the Conjuring house.
Yeah,
What the actual
Holy
hell?
hell yeah.
yeah, I do. Yeah, so obviously the movie is all Hollywood and everything, but the real house
Sure.
the house that movie was made on is, yeah, like 7 8 minutes from, but from, if I GPSed it, yeah, it's right down the road.
And you were
Hell
like,
yeah.
they were like, you're like, you said something about you tried to go up and then you couldn't. And I was like, oh my God, what is this?
We
Yeah,
got a guy
that's
that works on our guitars that lives right next door. I mean,
right.
fucking basically the same place. It's crazy.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah.
I've been
Our buddy, which they just did a TV show on him and his family too. I wish I knew the name of it. It
Because he
came out like,
lives there, you know?
yeah, so he lives in the house right next door to it, which, which basically is the same farm. Like everything back in the
Wow.
1700s is just big farmland. So,
Right. Right.
so he's got a million stories
Built
on his
on
own. So,
Indian graves.
yeah,
Yeah, that's always a great idea. So
yeah. So
um,
yeah, well, that's a whole different story. But
I know I was like, wait a minute, what's going on here? So
yeah.
if you do metal detect, do you ever find anything like interesting, like or worth something, or
Oh, hell
find
yeah.
cool stuff?
Of course. I mean, so again, like where we live, or where I live, is New England. So,
Sure.
short history lesson, the Pilgrims landed right here. You know what I mean? And
I
on
mean,
the
it
coast
started there,
the
yeah.
coast of Massachusetts and Rhode Island, and
Yep.
that's where the country started.
I have
So
tons of family in New England.
Shit
yeah.
everywhere.
Very familiar.
So there's so much stuff still out in the woods, and
That's wild.
yeah. So I mean, I find crazy stuff all the time. I mean, I've been doing it for like 12 13 years.
Oh
So
wow.
I basically go in the woods and try and find old remnants of home sites that colonial people lived. And, a lot of the areas around here
Wow.
aren't developed yet. It's not like city, it's very rural. So there are
Ah,
lost, we call them home sites or foundations, which are basically, if you go in the woods and you look on old maps, or you can look on software and you
sure.
can find old houses in the woods, and you'll see their old stone foundations and their well that they used every
Wow,
day for
that's
water.
crazy.
And yeah, so
Yeah.
if you put the work in, you find some really cool stuff that they
That's an
dropped. Or
interesting hobby.
yeah, it's fun. It's a lot
That's
of
an
fun.
interesting hobby.
Yeah, I'll pull up
Wow.
I'll pull up a colonial shoe buckle, from some guy that was walking around in the 1700s.
He
You know what I mean?
finds
And
those little knee buckles that they would have, their tall socks and then the
Oh
little
yeah,
knee
yeah, like
buckles.
right,
That
like
kind of
with
stuff too.
right,
It's
right.
crazy.
yeah,
I trip on it.
amazing
Crazy.
stuff. Yeah.
That's wild. That's really
Yep.
cool. You could like, you could probably catalog all that and have like yourself a little book about what,
Totally. Yeah.
I sit here and I play guitar.
I always make fun of Tommy because he loves like visiting the Civil War stuff, and he knows all
Oh,
about
yeah.
he
I
knows all
do.
about like the battlefields and the
Oh,
history,
that's
and which
cool.
no, I poke fun at him because I'm like, yeah, you just go and look at the battlefields. I go, I actually dig it up, and I actually like I unearth Revolutionary War stuff.
But what he does is so interesting to me because I am a big fan of history. So it's
Me too. I've been to a bunch of battlefields.
well, that just gets me. But what he does, especially when he digs stuff up, it's very interesting to me.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I've dug militia buttons like that were on people's military coats before they
Yeah.
got sent
Wow.
off to war and stuff. It's just
That's awesome.
it's
Yeah.
amazing.
There's a bunch of there's battlefields near, like I live outside of Pittsburgh in Jeanette, PA. There's the Battle of Bushy Run.
Yep.
Then not too far from us is Fort Ligonier, so I've been to
Nice.
those, and I went to
Yep.
Fort Necessity and General Braddock's grave.
That's great, man.
Yeah. Oh my God, General Braddock, that story is totally wild.
The Braddockinator, yeah, man.
There's
You
all
know
these
any-
little towns around Pittsburgh that are named for people. Like there's Braddock, PA is named for him. So
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah,
But anyhow,
Tommy
yeah,
knows
I have
all
a
that.
big, I have a thing for history now. I don't know why. I just got into it. last
The
couple
older you
years.
get, I think it starts happening.
I know. I
Yeah.
wish that I paid attention more in school with certain things, because
Me
like
too.
now I love it, and I could care less when I was a kid. I was just thinking
Well, they didn't
about
make it that interesting. Not everybody was that interesting.
Yeah, I think so.
true. I think it could have been if I cared more.
Well,
Like
I didn't
don't
care
know.
either. I cared about music and like clothes. And
Yeah, yeah.
things like that. Rock and roll
Yeah.
shows. That's what I
I
cared.
wanted to get stoned, man. Hell yeah.
Hey, and stoned you got.
Hell yeah.
Oh my gosh, you guys are so funny. So, is there any last thoughts or shout outs you'd like to say before?
I would like to
Before we
say
go.
heavy metal and rock and roll forever.
Yeah,
What I
absolutely.
say.
You know,
Absolutely.
and I would like to say we have a website.
Okay.
Hell
It's just badmarriagemusic.com, and it's basically our hub for everything. You go on there, you can see where we're touring, and we got a great merch page, which we get, again, our new record that we're absolutely psyched about.
Match
It's called
Made
Match Made in
in
Hell.
Hell.
Yeah, we got it on vinyl,
Yes.
which just came out amazing. We have it on CD.
Cool, yeah.
Obviously, you can listen to it everywhere on, all the
We also
streaming
have a really
platforms.
great PR person, Jody. She's awesome.
Yeah, Jody's
Jody
been
Best,
great.
yeah.
Jody's been great.
Really
Absolutely
awesome.
great. And she's under Keel's umbrella, which it's been great, man. They're working hard, and hopefully we can just move Bad Marriage up the ladder and just
Yeah,
keep
for
rocking,
sure. Well, we've been playing some of your songs on our show.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're gonna air the audio for this interview on our show this Wednesday, and then I'm gonna upload the link to my YouTube channel and share it with Jody, so y'all can
Cool.
check it out.
Cool.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank
Great.
you. Thank you so much
Yeah.
for your time. I really appreciate it. It
Awesome.
was great to see you guys
What
again.
city was that we saw you in before?
It was outside of Pittsburgh in the Craft House.
Oh, the Craft House. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I like that place.
Like kind of
Yeah,
like
I
in the
know that
burbs. Yeah.
Yeah,
We've been
yeah.
there a couple of times. All right, I'll look for you next time we're up there. That's cool.
Okay, we'll look for you. Me and my friends will come out and find you guys.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
So great. I hope you guys have a great rest of your tour, and best of luck to you.
Thank
And
you.
I'll definitely be following you guys, and
Thank you.
Sweet.
I'm sure we'll see you. So thank you so much. You guys have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
See ya.